You know, people often correlate the cold weather with sickness, but it's not really the weather to blame. And there's also a difference between getting a cold and getting the flu. Here to set the record straight, Nurse Connie Bryan from OnSite Health Solutions. Thank you for being here, Connie.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Cold and flu season, it is here. People watch TV, you see it in the commercials, people are talking about it, and then you go to schools and you see, you know, kids are dropping out like flies because of illnesses that are just spreading through. There's a lot to learn here.
There is. Well, we are in flu and cold season. It officially starts November and goes through February, so we want to talk about it early so that everybody is prepared and ready to go. Both flu and cold are viral infections, so they're similar in that regard. However, flu or influenza can turn into maybe possibly a life-threatening illness, and that's why we need to take flu so seriously. Colds and flus are both very highly contagious. They're airborne. So when you cough or you sneeze, all of those little germs spread out to everybody that's around us. So it's important to make sure that you're protecting yourself from spreading that to other people and to your own family. Some symptoms with colds are usually slowly progressing. So it's a slow onset. You start off with a stuffy nose, you might have a little bit of a headache, you know, runny eyes, that kind of thing, sore throat, but typically you don't have a fever. With flu, you're going to have a fever. You're going to feel achy and your body's just going to feel painful. You're going to have a dry cough. You are going to have a sudden onset, so it's going to come on really rapidly, really suddenly, where you feel like something's coming on and within 24 hours, man, it hits you hard.
And that's important to note those symptoms of the flu. So many people, when they have stomach upset and vomiting, they say, oh, I got the flu.
Right.
That's not the flu.
That's not the flu. Influenza is lung. And you may have a little bit of stomach upset, but that's mostly because the mucus is kind of draining in the back of your throat and upsetting your stomach. But typically, influenza is lung. It's all kind of contained right here. And it can lead to pneumonia, and that's why it is so very important that you make sure that you don't spread that around.
Let's talk about who's most at risk for these illnesses.
Most at risk are certainly going to be the elderly. They're going to be preschoolers and infants. Pregnant women are very at risk of influenza especially. And people who are immune compromised, people who might be taking chemotherapy or radiation, those people who might have AIDS and other immunosuppressant type illnesses.
Okay, and so quickly, protecting yourself, let's talk about that quickly.
Okay, vaccinate. If you have not received an influenza vaccination, talk to your physician. Find out if you are a candidate for a vaccination. They're all over the place, easy to get. Wash your hands. And when you're coughing, cough into your elbow. Don't cough into your hands, because if I cough into my hands and I reach out,
you touch
it spreads. And try to keep your hands away from your face, and that's very, very difficult if you get a little scratch, because whatever's on your hands is going to be introduced into the nose, the eyes, or the mouth. Wash frequently. Keep hand sanitizer around in case you don't have access to water.
All right, Nurse Connie Bryan giving us some great tips. We're going to put more on our website, WNDU.com. If you get sick, stay home. It's not worth spreading that to everybody else, right?
It isn't. Stay healthy.
All right, thanks a lot, Connie.
Thank you.